The world is not run by the smartest people. It is not run by the kindest, the most talented, or the most hard-working. Look around you. The people at the top, the ones who command attention, resources, and respect, possess a different kind of operating system entirely. You have been told that intelligence is about IQ, about solving problems, about memory. That is the lie people believe because it is comfortable. Real influence operates through a different form of intelligence, the kind of strategic awareness that Robert Greene has spent decades documenting. It is the ability to read the hidden currents of human behavior, to understand what is being said in the silence, to detach from the desperate need to be liked, and instead shape the reality around you. Most people are sleepwalking through life, reacting to emotions they don't understand, manipulated by forces they cannot see. They are pawns believing they are players. If you are tired of feeling outmaneuvered, if you feel like you are playing a game where everyone else knows the rules but you, listen closely. We are not here to discuss morality. We are here to discuss survival. Robert Greene is often misunderstood, not because he glorifies manipulation, but because he studies power the way a strategist studies a battlefield. He understands that the gap between how we wish people behaved and how they actually behave is where most people lose. You have spent your life trying to be good, trying to be transparent, trying to be understood. And what has it gotten you? Betrayal, exhaustion, the feeling of being overlooked while those with less talent rise above you. That ends today. In the next 25 minutes, we are going to examine 9 laws of dark intelligence. These are not positive affirmations. They are psychological frameworks designed to help you recognize manipulation, understand influence, and build a fortress of mental autonomy. But a warning, this knowledge is irreversible. Once you see the strings, you can never go back to the puppet show. You will see the hidden dynamics in your relationships, the power plays at your job, and the weaknesses in your own thinking. If you are not ready to let go of the part of yourself that needs to remain a victim, leave now. For the rest of you, welcome to the desert of the real. Number 1, the Law of Selective Silence. Most people talk to fill the void. They are terrified of silence because in silence they have to face themselves. So they babble, they explain. They overshare, they hand over the blueprint of their mind to anyone who will listen. And in doing so, they become predictable. And if you are predictable, you are controllable. Dark intelligence begins when you stop using words to seek validation and start using them as precision instruments. Robert Greene repeatedly shows throughout history that the person who reveals the least while observing the most often gains the greatest advantage. Why? Because information is currency. When you speak, you are spending. When you listen, you are collecting. Think about the last time you felt intimidated by someone. Was it the person screaming and making threats? No. It was the person who sat perfectly still, watching you, saying nothing. That silence creates a vacuum, and human nature abhors a vacuum. When you remain silent, other people's anxiety compels them to fill that space. They start talking. They reveal their intentions. They expose their insecurities. They tell you exactly how to defeat them, all because they couldn't handle the weight of your silence. Stop explaining yourself. Stop defending your actions. Stop offering your opinion before it is extracted from you. Become a black hole of information. Absorb everything. Reflect nothing. When people cannot read your position, they cannot form a strategy against you. They become cautious. They seek your approval. Silence is not just the absence of noise. It is the presence of control. Number 2, the Law of Strategic Amorality. This is where you will feel resistance. You have been conditioned to view every event, every person, and every outcome through a binary lens, good or bad, fair or unfair, right or wrong. This habit of constant moral judgment is a chain around your neck. The Robert Greene mindset does not begin by asking whether something is good or bad. It begins by asking whether it is effective or ineffective, whether it creates leverage or destroys it. When a predator hunts its prey, is it evil? No, it is acting according to its nature. When a storm destroys a house, is it malicious? No, it is indifferent. You suffer because you project your moral expectations onto a world that rarely follows them. You become angry when someone betrays you because you believe they should have acted differently. You become depressed when you lose an opportunity because you believe life should have been fair. Dark intelligence requires you to step outside of that emotional judgment. View reality the way an engineer studies a machine. If the machine fails, the engineer does not call it evil. He identifies the broken mechanism and either repairs it or replaces it. When someone attacks you, do not waste energy being offended. Offense is for the weak. Instead, analyze. Why did they attack? What do they want? Where is their leverage? How do I neutralize it? Robert Greene repeatedly demonstrates that history rewards those who understand power before they judge it. This is strategic amorality. It does not mean you have no ethics. It means you refuse to let your ethics blind you to the mechanics of influence. You can remain a good person, but you must first become a clear strategist, because a good person with no understanding of power is often nothing more than a victim waiting for the next manipulation. Stop asking, why did they do this to me? Start asking, what does this move allow me to do next? Number 3, the law of controlled vulnerability. There is a misconception that the strategic individual, the student of power, is a robot, cold, distant, and unrelatable. That is the amateur level. That is the person trying to look intimidating. True dark intelligence understands that human beings are emotional creatures. If you appear too perfect, too cold, or too invulnerable, you generate envy. You create enemies who want to see you bleed simply to prove you are human. So you must give them a flaw. This is the law of controlled vulnerability. You deliberately display a small, harmless weakness to disarm those around you. Maybe you admit to being bad with technology. Maybe you share a slightly embarrassing story from your past. Maybe you ask for small, insignificant favors. This triggers the Ben Franklin effect. When people help you, or when they notice a minor flaw in you, they lower their guard. They feel superior, or they feel a sense of camaraderie. They think, he's just like me. Excellent. That is exactly where you want them. While they are bonding with your carefully selected flaw, they remain blind to your actual strengths. You are managing their perception of you. Robert Greene repeatedly illustrates that the most effective strategists reveal only what serves their position while protecting what truly matters. You humanize yourself just enough to avoid becoming a target, while keeping your true capabilities, your real plans, and your genuine vulnerabilities locked inside a vault that other people do not even know exists. Never expose your throat, but occasionally reveal a scratch on your arm. It makes people feel comfortable, and a comfortable opponent is always easier to outmaneuver. Number 4, the law of the mirror. We live in a world of extreme narcissism. Everyone is obsessed with their own reflection. They are starring in their own movie, and everyone else is just an extra. The mistake you make is trying to become the star in their movie. You try to impress them. You try to prove how intelligent you are. Stop. Dark intelligence dictates that you do not try to outshine people. Instead, become a mirror. Reflect their emotions back to them. If they are angry, acknowledge their anger. If they are excited, match their energy. Use their language. Adopt their posture. When you mirror someone, a powerful psychological transfer takes place. They do not see you, they see themselves. And because people are naturally drawn to those who make them feel understood, they begin to trust you. They start believing you are the most intelligent, charming, and perceptive person they have met. Even if you have said very little, this is not about being fake. It is about gathering information. While you are mirroring, you are not reacting. You are observing. You are learning their triggers, their values, and their vulnerabilities. Robert Greene repeatedly demonstrates that influence begins with understanding people better than they understand themselves. While they are busy admiring their own reflection in your responses, you are quietly mapping their psychology. You are discovering the keys that unlock influence over their decisions. The mirror has no ego. It simply reflects. Be the mirror. Let them perform. Let them reveal themselves. And while they are distracted by their own image, you move the pieces on the board without them ever noticing. Number 5, the law of outcome independence. The root of all anxiety is attachment to the outcome. You want the job. You want the relationship. You want the respect. And because you want it so badly, you signal desperation. You signal scarcity. And in the laws of power, desperation is repulsive. People move away from those who need them. They are drawn toward those who can live without them. You must cultivate a state of radical outcome independence. This is the mindset that says, I will work for this. I will prepare for this. But if I do not get it, I will still be fine. This is not giving up. It is the ultimate power move. When you are willing to walk away from the negotiation table, you hold all the leverage. When you are willing to lose the relationship, you set the standards. Robert Greene repeatedly demonstrates that fear of loss is one of the easiest levers of control. If your boss knows you are terrified of losing your job, he owns you. If your partner knows you are terrified of being alone, they own you. You must mentally accept the worst-case scenario. Visualize losing everything. Make peace with it. Realize that you would survive. Once you eliminate the fear of loss, you become dangerous. You become untouchable. You can speak honestly because you no longer fear the consequences. You can take calculated risks because you no longer fear the fall. The person who does not desperately need anything is often the person who eventually gains everything because they operate from abundance rather than starvation. Number 6, the law of the useful enemy. Most people want a life of peace. They want everyone to like them. They avoid conflict at all costs. This is a biological error. Conflict is the forge of intelligence. Without resistance, your mind atrophies. Robert Greene repeatedly demonstrates that every great strategist prepared for conflict long before it arrived because adversity sharpens judgment, exposes weakness, and forces adaptation. Dark intelligence recognizes the utility of an enemy. An enemy sharpens you. An enemy forces you to focus. An enemy reveals your weaknesses so you can eliminate them. If you do not have an enemy, you become complacent. You become comfortable inside your own ego. Sometimes you must use the friction of opposition to propel yourself forward. Look at history. Great competitors are rarely created in isolation. Their greatest rivals become the catalyst for their greatest growth. The friction creates the fire. Do not complain about the people trying to pull you down. Use them. Let their criticism fuel your discipline. Let their doubt become evidence that you are attempting something significant. More importantly, a common enemy is one of the fastest ways to build alliances. Nothing unites a group faster than a shared threat. If you want to unify a team, a family, or a movement, you do not begin by preaching love. You begin by identifying the obstacle everyone must overcome together. Do not fear the enemy. Curate them. Choose an opponent worthy of your potential and allow that conflict to elevate the person you are becoming. Number 7, the law of the persona. You believe you are one person. You believe in being authentic. This is a limitation. You are a multiplicity. You are different with your mother than you are with your boss. You are different with your lover than you are with your rival. Dark intelligence is the conscious curation of these masks. It is the realization that authenticity is often just an excuse for a lack of self-control. I'm just being me, says the man who ruins a dinner party with his temper. That is not authenticity. That is childishness. You must view your personality as a construct, a tool. When you enter a high-stakes meeting, you must wear the mask of authority, calm, decisive, unwavering. When you're with your family, you wear the mask of the protector, warm, engaged, present. This is not lying. This is calibration. You do not use a hammer to tighten a screw. You do not use a screwdriver to pound a nail. Why would you use the same personality for every situation in life? Robert Greene repeatedly shows that the greatest strategists mastered adaptability. They understood when to appear bold and when to appear restrained, when to command attention and when to disappear into the background. If you are only forceful, you become predictable. If you are only subtle, you become easy to overlook. Survival belongs to those who can embody both qualities at the right moment. Fluidity is power. Be like water. Take the shape of the environment you enter, and when the environment changes, flow with it rather than breaking against it. Number 8, the law of necessary suspicion. Trust but verify. No, that is too soft. Verify, then trust provisionally. The naive mind projects its own goodness onto the world. You think, I wouldn't lie to him, so he won't lie to me. This projection is the source of your greatest disappointments. Dark intelligence accepts a brutal truth. People act according to their interests. Even acts of generosity are often influenced by personal motivations, incentives, or emotional rewards. This is not a reason to become bitter. It is a reason to become aware. You must develop a background level of suspicion, not paranoia, but attention. Paranoia is fear without evidence. Suspicion is observation without illusion. Watch what people do, not what they say. Words are cheap. Words are often designed to persuade. Actions are the only reliable evidence. When someone offers you an incredible opportunity, ask yourself, what do they gain from this? When someone compliments you excessively, ask yourself, what are they trying to achieve? Robert Greene repeatedly highlights that people reveal themselves through patterns of behavior, not promises. Do not become the person who is easily deceived because they desperately want to believe. Require proof. Test loyalty before depending on it. Give people small responsibilities and observe how they handle them before giving them larger ones. It is far better to be pleasantly surprised by loyalty than devastated by betrayal. Necessary suspicion is not cynicism. It is strategic awareness. It allows you to see reality clearly before reality is forced upon you. Number 9, the law of the shadow. We end with the deepest law, one that modern psychology and Robert Greene's study of power converge upon from different directions. You must integrate your darkness. Society tells you to be harmless, to be nice, to suppress your anger, your ambition, your desire for influence. But a harmless man is not necessarily a virtuous man. A harmless man is often simply a weak man. He cannot protect what matters because he lacks the capacity to confront what threatens it. Dark intelligence begins with acknowledging that you are capable of manipulation, aggression, and ruthless action. You must not deny that capacity. You must understand it. Why? Because if you refuse to recognize your own darkness, you will never recognize it in others. You will become naive. Worse still, what you suppress eventually controls you. It emerges through passive aggression, resentment, self-sabotage, or emotional outbursts. Bring the shadow into the light. Look at it directly and say, I know what I am capable of, and I choose when and how to use it. Robert Greene repeatedly illustrates that real power does not belong to the saint who has never faced temptation. It belongs to the person who understands every weapon available and possesses the discipline to keep those weapons under control. That is controlled power. You need that edge. You need that quiet confidence that tells the world, I choose peace because I have options, not because I have none. When you integrate your shadow, you become whole. You stop fearing the darkness in other people because you have already confronted the darkness within yourself. These 9 laws are not a checklist. They are a filter. From this moment forward, you will walk into every room differently. You will notice the silence that speaks louder than words. You will recognize the reflections people project onto others. You will identify those who seek influence and those who surrender it. You are no longer a spectator in the psychology of power. You are a student of it. But with that awareness comes isolation. As your perception sharpens, you will notice how many people still move through life unconsciously. Some will tell you that you have changed. They will say you have become quieter, colder, more distant. Let them. You are not becoming less human. You are becoming more deliberate. You are leaving behind the need for constant validation and stepping into the mindset of the outlier. The question is not whether these laws work. History and human nature have answered that repeatedly. The question is whether you have the discipline to apply them. Most people will hear these ideas, agree with them for a moment, and then return to reacting emotionally, hoping the world becomes easier. But you are still here. You are still listening. If you are ready to dismantle the weakest version of yourself and replace it with someone who cannot be easily manipulated, then you already know where this path leads.